What is up, my lovely humans, and welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much, guys, for watching my video, and today I'm going to talk about the 5 main struggles that I had to deal with as a child. Yes, I was once a child. What is up, guys? Before you continue with the video, I just want to apologize. I didn't realize that the fan was on the entire time, so it's like really noisy. So sorry for that, and also ignore the shirt. This is who I am, guys. I'm a banana. I own a banana shirt at 21. So ignore it, okay? Alright, so continue watching now. I'm gonna be doing all that by putting some ink on my body. Okay, so I don't have real markers, like black markers, but I do have these rainbow goodness. I have these rainbow goodness for some reason, and I just like the colors because it's very me. For some reason, I just love the colors. Oh, one more thing though. I also apologize because I didn't have my light on at the time, and my face was like really messy because I just want to talk. I just felt like I wanted to talk. I apologize if you had to witness all that, but I don't want to shoot it again because it's a very big waste of a banana shirt. I'm gonna be putting some ink on my body today, and because I've actually planned on getting tattoos more than once before. For some reason, I'm just not able to, like, I haven't been able to do it yet. For some reason, I don't know. I'm not scared. I think I'm scared that my parents are gonna find out and they're gonna want me to erase it, and it's gonna be worse than it was before. Yeah, just to celebrate the struggles that I experienced as a child, and I was able to go through them and grow up to this beautiful human that you see in front of me today. And I just think that you might learn things from it. I think that this will be a great way for you to know that a lot of people, if you're in that situation, a lot of people have been in that same situation. And I think my advice, or things that I'll be saying and how I went through all those things, you'll be able to do and apply to yourselves, and maybe you'll find some inspiration out of it, and it'll help you to be better humans and to be more like me. The first thing that I had to deal with as a child, back in high school, and starting from my elementary days through high school, is peer pressure. Now, I know a lot of you experience some kind of peer pressure in your life, whether it's in school or at work, I guess at home or wherever else that you have peer pressure. But the main struggle that I had when I was in high school was the pressure of doing things that a lot of my classmates was allowed to do by their parents, and I wasn't. They went everywhere. They were able to go places and places and places, and I'm just stuck there. I had these classmates that I considered cool at the time. They were the cool kids, and throughout my sophomore year, I did go with them for a couple of times without telling my parents, and I felt awful. Every time I went home, I always felt like my parents were gonna beat me to death because I didn't tell them where I was going. But I caved in to peer pressure when I was in high school, and it didn't feel good, actually. I thought it was gonna feel great because I would get to do what other kids are doing, but it doesn't feel good at all. When you come home after doing something that you're not supposed to do, or doing things you're not supposed to do. Like, some kids drink, some kids go other places without telling their parents, some kids steal stuff due to peer pressure. It's not just kids, but it's also adults. But at the end of the day, when you go home and you face all these people that think you did nothing wrong, it feels so bad. You feel so guilty about it. It's just really difficult. I wasn't able to completely get through peer pressure because it's really difficult. It's really, really difficult. Even as an adult, I'm 21, I still have a very hard time resisting peer pressure. The main thing that I did to battle peer pressure was to think about the bad feeling that I'd have when I go home. To me, I just felt really guilty because I love my parents. I love the people that raised me as a child. My grandma, my aunt, and everyone else. I love them to death, and it just feels really bad lying to them. I think that's the main thing that you can do to battle peer pressure is to like think about the consequences. Like what'll happen. You're like lying to these people. I'm gonna tattoo myself now, like here. I know this isn't permanent. Writing on my skin just feels weird, even though it's like temporary. Congratulations, by the way, on being clickbaited to the title of this video. Okay, so I know how to do it like this. So this is a cactus. One of the first things that I want inked on my body is a cactus. When you see a cactus, you just say, hey, that's a cactus. You don't point to, you don't call it, you don't have to think what it is. It's just a cactus and it just exists. One of the things that I want to ink first on my body, and I love it. It's a cactus. A lot of people like think it hurts or it's terrifying, but it's really not. It has a really soft tenor. Okay, so number 2, the next struggle that I had growing up was, of course, everyone goes through this, except for the very rich people, but finances. I always had a hard time with my finances. It's me, but I do see a lot of people who can get through the day without spending a lot, but I am the type of person that it's impossible for me to save. I just cannot save a dime. I tried my very best, but I couldn't. One thing that I did to fight this was I asked my grandmother at the time, because she was the one who was raising me through high school. So I asked my grandmother at the time to keep decreasing my allowance so that I learned how to it's like getting rid of addiction. You don't do it instantly. You have to do it little by little so that you don't feel really bad when you go to that point, and that when you're at that point where you just get enough for your day, like for your commute, your food and snacks, when you get just enough to get through the day, and then you look back, you're gonna feel really accomplished. I love these pens. I'm not good in art, so don't judge me. Yeah. So this, I love watching Shadowhunters, and I love the book too, and I just love the runes. And this is the rune for Angelic Power, and it's one of the very first tattoos that I want to have too, if ever I decide to. But yeah, this is one of the tattoos that I want to have because it's like very symbolic and artistic for me. I don't know, it's weird, but I like it. I love the book. You should read it and watch it. Alright, so the next struggle that I had as a child was introversion. I was very introverted. I talk like this in front of the camera, but I can't talk like this in front of a complete stranger or a group of strangers. I would rather read 500 books than go and speak in front of a lot of people. I've never been to a party by myself. Yeah, I've never been to a bar by myself. That's how introverted I am. I have no life. I'm trying to be more sociable to people. I just can't come up and say like, hi, I like your face. And that's gonna be weird. That's gonna warrant a slap or, some weird looks, and they'll be like. So one thing that I said, like I said, I'm still working on that. And one thing that I could suggest or recommend to you guys is practice this. Practice speaking by yourself. Practice speaking in a mirror. I used to be a very good public speaker, but that's if I'm on a stage. But if I'm not in a stage, like no one introduces me, I'd be like, no, I'd like to go home, please. Like, bring me home. It's okay to stay at home and not want to go out, but it's not healthy to always do that. It's okay to want to feel alone for some time, but you have to go out. You have to go out and socialize because that's, it's just good. Okay. This is supposed to be a pride flag. Okay, I only had one color. I don't want to mix and match colors because I just don't. Okay, so let's stick with that. So the next struggle that I had as a child was self-consciousness. I think this is really part of the introversion part. I had a lot of friends back in high school, a lot of people that I talked to, but whenever we go out, as a group, I'm okay with that. But I'd always be like really self-conscious about this, about this. I'd be really self-conscious about all that. Okay, so I was bullied as a child. I was teased a lot as a child. The way I walked, I used to walk like a duck. I don't know if I still do that. Okay, I don't anymore, but I used to. When I was in elementary school, my friends called me quack. I forgot the exact term, but they called me like a duck because I used to walk like that, and I was bullied like that since like 3rd grade, I guess, until 6th grade. I think that's one of the main reasons why I'm introverted and self-conscious, because I didn't have, the right people pushing me to be proud of who I am. I just had a lot of people, pulling me down because I was different. I worked on it. I had this very great teacher who helped me. Okay, so next tattoo, what color am I going to be using? Okay, I'll use the yellow. Is this yellow? There. This is a cut mark. I want to have this as a tattoo because it reminds me of the time that I overcame. It reminds me that even though I went through this period of my life, I was able to pass it and, be me again after that. Okay, so number 5. The last struggle that I had as a child was identity crisis. I literally did not know who I was. A lot of times I thought I was straight, but I was soft. Like, I was this kid who'd waddle down the hallway. I'd be walking like, I'd waddle. Even before I was in high school, a lot of people were teasing me that I was gay, but I think that instead of letting that all come out, I think I had to prove to myself that I wasn't and prove to other people that I wasn't. So that pressure was on me when I was in high school. That's why I was having an identity crisis. And there was this one person back in high school. I was in my freshman year. We were in our dormitories, and this guy just came up to me and kissed me on the lips. And I was so confused. I was like, what's happening? I liked it, but I hated it. But after that, I was like, no, this is not me. This is not who I am. This is not who I'm supposed to be. But look how it turned out. I think that every person does go through an identity crisis, but you just have to believe in yourself. You just have to give yourself time to discover who you are and who you want to be, who you like, who you love, how you'd express yourself, how you want the people around you to know you and recognize you and call you, how you want the world to know who you are. You just have to give yourself time to do all those things, and everything else will follow for you. So once you give yourself the time to know who you really are and who you really want to be, everything else will fall into place. Like, all the other pieces will fall into place. You don't have to pressure it. You don't have to push for it to happen, but it will happen, I assure you. All the little ones out there who are watching this video and are going through the same stuff that I went through, I just want to let you guys know that the life you've lived isn't the rest of your life. You have many, many more years ahead of you to come, and you have to look forward to that. You have to change the things that you need to change. You have to keep the things that would make you. You have to love yourself. You have to love others. And that's it. You're set. If you do all those things, you're set. You don't have to worry about anything else. You just have to love yourself and accept yourself and other people around you. Spread love, kindness, and happiness. So thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I will upload a video. I'm sorry if you got clickbaited, but I'll upload a video if I do decide to keep these. Comment down below what your struggles are in life, and I may be able to help you. Why not? Call me. DM me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
Like the video if you like it, dislike it if you didn't like it, and subscribe to my channel. I post videos every Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And once again, thank you so much, guys, for watching. Let love